So today we're going to do something that has to do with the difference quotient that we were doing last week and the week before. Hold on, let me grab my marker. Okay. Today is the 16th. We're going to be working on something called the point of tangency and the tangent line. Point of tangency and tangent line. Point of tangency and tangent line. So today we're only going to focus on what happens when you have the difference quotient. So on your exit ticket today, you don't have to do the f of x plus h, but you will have to do it on your quiz on Wednesday, okay? So today the exit ticket is going to give you the difference quotient, and so will the examples. And that will count as your retake on Wednesday. Okay. Can you move the, thanks. All right, so we have some new vocabulary. We have something called the tangent line. And you probably remember this from geometry. The tangent line is the point, I'm sorry, no. Sorry, not the point, I moved ahead, my bad. Is a line, sorry, that should say line, touching only one point on a curve. So when we talk about curve, we're also talking about graphs. Any kind of graphs, it doesn't have to be a curve, it could be a line, it could be exponential, whatever. It is a graph. Am I going too fast? Okay. The next thing is called the point of tangency. This is the point, and remember it's going to be an xy coordinate, where the tangent line and curve meet. Can I go down? No? I can't go right there at least? Right there, good? Okay. The x value, so the x value is the slope of the line. To find this, we evaluate. Can you see that color? Evaluate using the difference quotient. So for context, I don't know if you can see that. Let's say we have this curve right here. If I drew a tangent line, it would look like this. Here's the tangent line. And here's the point of tangency. It is the point that touches the line and the curve, and the line is only touching one point. You said I'll give this to you in a second, okay? Let me know when you guys are done. I see people still writing. Andres, you going to the bathroom? Yeah, no? Yeah. Vivi, you gonna go? Okay, ready? Ready? Okay. All right, so now we're gonna look at the steps to find both, okay? We're gonna look at the steps to find both. All right, so to find the point of tangency, here are the steps. It may seem like a lot, but it's really not, okay? As long as you know how to substitute, you'll be able to find the point of tangency. So the first thing you're gonna do is substitute x equals a. A is gonna be some value, so a number. Into the difference quote equation. Remember, the difference quotient is when you're substituting in x plus h and taking the limit. This is the slope of the tangent line. So whatever value you get here, this is going to be your slope. So keep that in mind. Good morning, Brian. The second thing you're going to do is substitute the value you found in number 1. Thank you. Into the original equation. And then this gives you the y value. Oops, sorry. It's over there. I put all the folders in that clear thing. And then the last thing is to create a coordinate. Remember, a coordinate is comprised of an x and a y. Okay? the x is going to be given to you. X is going to be A, and the y is the one that we found. Okay, before we move on to the steps for finding the tangent line, I want us to find the point of tangency first. Actually, no, we'll do the steps. What do you think, Ms. Ravel? Find the steps or do the steps for, okay, the line? Are we ready? Using almost? Okay. Ready? Okay, now let's look at the steps for the tangent line. The steps for finding the tangent line are exactly like we did in the do now. We're going to have our slope, we're going to have our x, we're going to have our y. So the first thing you're going to do is use y equals mx plus b. Y equals mx plus b. The second thing you're going to do is you're going to substitute m, x, and y. Remember, m you got from step 1 of the tangency point. X was given to you as A, and Y we found by evaluating. M was in step 1, X was given to us as A, and Y we found by evaluating. Your third step is to simplify and solve for B. Like we did in the do now. A lot of you are doing it. For those of you who have the printed out notes, it's labeled in each step. I just put it together. It's the same thing. After you've simplified and solved, all you will do is to create the equation. By subbing in, am I going too fast? M and B only to create the equation. Oops, I already said create the equation. Y equals mx plus b. So you're only going to substitute in m and b. X and y will stay there. You're only going to substitute in m and b. X and y will stay there. When you're finished copying this down, take out the notes, the practice sheet that I gave you. Vivi's out, and then Andres is next. Are you ready? Yes, no, maybe so. Justin? Ready? Okay. Ready or no? Okay. All right. So let's look at example 1. Example 1 is asking us to, all of these were asking us to find the point of tangency and the equation of the tangent line. Now, seniors, this is going to be 3 standards on your quiz. The difference quotient standard, the point of tangency, and the tangent line. And the reason they're all 3 standards is because they all combine together. We cannot assess you separately because they combine, okay? The thing is, if you mess up on the difference quotient, but you're doing the point and the line right, you will get your credit for the point and the line and then get whatever credit you have for the difference quotient, okay? So you're not going to get, if you get a 1 on the difference quotient, but do perfectly on the other 2, you'll get the higher grade on the other 2. Does that make sense? No? Yes? Yeah? All right, so let's look at example 1. Again, for the practice and your exit ticket today, you're going to be given the difference quotient. So the DQ is given to you. This is the difference quotient. Quotient. Okay? You don't have to calculate it on your exit ticket today or your practice. We're giving it to you. Right now, we're just practicing on finding the point and the line. So let's follow the steps. What is the first step? Can somebody read the first step on your notes? I think Vivian needs these.
Oh.
Vivian. Nobody wants to read it? Okay, fine. We need to substitute an A into the equation. This is the slope. So let's look at this. These are linear. This is going to be level 1. Level 1's always linear for difference quotient. We need to substitute in the x value, so this is A, into any x's. Do I have any x's here? Do I have any x's? No. So because I don't have any x's, I don't have to substitute. This is going to be my slope. Are there any questions on what I said? Are we sure? Okay, so we've done that. Sorry, excuse me. So I'm going to then substitute in 2 into here to get my y value. Okay? I'm going to substitute in here, 2 in here to get my y value. Hold on, let me find my answer to make sure I'm doing it. Okay. So I have 4 times 2 plus 7. And that's going to be 15, okay? I think I did my math right. So this right here is going to give you your y. So that means my point is 2, 15. So now I have my x and my y, okay? So this is step 1. This is your point of tangency. I'm just going to abbreviate it, okay? This is your point of tangency. So that is one of the skills. That is one of the standards, okay? If you do that right, you get full credit, okay? So now that I've done the point of tangency, I'm going to look for the tangent line. I've done the point of tangency, I'm going to look for the tangent line. This is my x, this is my y, this is my slope. Again, x, y, slope. So I'm going to use y equals mx plus b. So what goes in y? 15. Very good. What is m? 4. And what is x? 2. Are there any questions? Are we sure? We're sure. Okay. So then I'm going to simplify. 15 is equal to 8 plus b. How do I solve for b? Subtract 8. B is equal to 7. So what do I substitute in to find my line? What two things am I subbing in? M and B. M and B. So my equation is going to be y equals 4x plus 7. What do we notice? It's the same equation. We'll talk about this at the beginning of semester 2. Okay? We'll talk about this. But as a hint, if you don't get the same thing for level 1, you did something wrong. Okay? Questions? Are we sure? Am I going too fast? Okay. Now, I'm going to move on to level 2, but I'm not going to explain it. I want somebody to give me a step-by-step thing. It is the same steps. The only difference is that now we have a square. Now we have quadratics. So what's the first step? We need to find the point of tangency. Sub in x for a? You mean a for x? I don't know who was saying that. Yeah, so what is a? -2. So where is that going to go? So I have two equations. Yes, we need to sub it into our difference quotient. So I have 12 times -2 minus 4. Good. -28. So what is this? What is this? Is it my y? Is it y? Somebody whispered m. Yes, that is m. That's not y. Questions? Questions, questions? Are we sure? Okay, now what? Now what are we going to do? Now what are we going to do? Have we found the point? Have we found the point? No, we have not found the point. How do we find the point? Look at your notes. We're on step, I have no idea. What step are we on? We're on step 2. Yeah, Christian.
You substitute x equals a.
Into what?
Into,
Did I not give you that?
into a different, equation.
Into the original equation. That was step 1. So we're going to take this and substitute it into the original equation. Sorry, I'm looking at my answer key. Give me a second. Okay. So my original equation is y equals 6 times -2 squared minus 4 times -2 plus 10. Can you guys see that color? Okay. Somebody put it in their calculator and tell me what you get. I don't see any. I see one person picking up the calculator. I see two people picking up the calculator. 3, 4, 5. It's okay if you're still writing, but if you're not, you should be substituting this into the calculator. What? 42. Somebody double check.
Yes.
Okay. Questions? Questions? I want to point out something that I saw some of you doing on your quiz. Some of you are multiplying the 6 and the negative 2 and then squaring it. Don't do that. Just put the whole thing in your calculator, okay? Just put the whole thing in your calculator. So now this is my y. What is my point then? What is the point?
Negative 2, then 42.
Very good. Negative 242. So this is your point of tangency. Tangency. Questions? Are we sure? All right. So we found the point. What is our next step? We found the point. What is our next step? Good. Okay. So what am I doing, Lucero?
My y is 42 equals n is negative 28. So the x is negative 2 plus b.
Very good.
Negative 28 equals, negative 2, and that would give us negative 36.
You sure negative? Did you put negative 28 and negative 2?
56.
Positive 56. Okay. Lucero, keep going. What do I do next?
Then it's negative 56, and then take it to the side. Negative 14.
Okay. What's your final answer? No. If you stop there, you get partial credit. Is that the line? No. So we have to create the line. What is the line? What are we subbing into the line? M and B. Good. So we have what?
Y equals negative 28, x plus 14, negative 15.
Yep. You can put negative 14, minus 14, or plus a negative. But mathematically, you should just be putting it like that. Questions? Questions? Ms. Ravello, did you pass out the practice or no? Did you pass out the practice? Okay. We'll do the exit ticket in the morning tomorrow. So we'll do an entrance ticket. We'll do an entrance ticket tomorrow. Right now, coming around is your practice. The practice needs to be done in order for you to take the entrance ticket tomorrow.